Welcome to the Swinging with Web Shooter series, a series of videos that, if all goes well, culminates in actually swinging with a modified functional web shooter. If you want to keep updated on this and other projects, feel free to subscribe to the HeroTech channel. Quick disclaimer before we get into this, do not try this at home. The goal for this project is to develop web shooters that look similar to the movies, comics, and video games that you can actually swing with. We'll be using the multifunctional web shooter as a base for the mechanisms for this project, so as to keep the web shooter as slim and accurate as possible. In order to be able to swing with this web shooter, we'll need to do multiple things. First, we need a way to attach the webbing to whatever structure I'm swinging from. I plan to 3D print a solid grappling hook out of polycarbonate, which is similar to the PLA plastic hook that Alan Pan tried. His second version held, so theoretically the polycarbonate hook should be just fine. With the grappling hook, I'll be able to latch the webbing onto the structure that I shoot at. The second thing we need to do is create a propulsion system to fire the webbing and grappling hook. For this, I'll be sourcing a high-strength compression spring and using it in a system similar to what's already on the current multifunctional web shooter. The spring is compressed and then locked in place. When I flick my wrist, the spring releases and propels the grappling hook and stored webbing. The webbing will be contained in a cartridge system, similar to the one already present in the multifunctional web shooter, just larger so the function is the same. By using this propulsion system, we can keep the web shooter extremely small, form-fitting, and faithful to the movie and comic depictions. Now, we can attach the webbing to the structure and we have a propulsion system that gets it there, but how is the webbing actually going to support my weight as I'm swinging? For this, I plan to use gator cord, which is a 600-pound test line that's original purpose was for use in hunting alligators. But is 600 pounds going to be enough to support me while I'm swinging? I'm no physics expert, so please let me know in the comments if I made a mistake, but I ran some calculations. The maximum tension the line will experience during the swing is roughly equivalent to just 1,250 newtons. A pound test of 600 means the gator cord line can supply at maximum 2,660 newtons, meaning should be enough for the swing. So now we have a way to attach the webbing to the structure, a propulsion system to get the webbing from the web shooter to the structure, and a defined webbing that should be able to withstand the forces. Finally, how am I going to hold on to the webbing? The current idea is to 3D print a split-in-half polycarbonate rod with a hole that is the diameter of the gator cord webbing running through the middle. One half of the rod would be attached to the fingers of a glove I wear in my hand, and the other half of the rod would be attached to the palm of the same glove. As the webbing fires from the web shooter, the plan is to enclose both halves of the rod over the webbing. The webbing would spool out until it reaches the end. At the end of the webbing will be a knot that prevents the end from going through the smaller diameter hole of the polycarbonate rod. In this way, the webbing would feed through the rod until the knot catches at the end of the rod, as it can't go through the hole. Gripping onto this rod with both hands, I'll be able to hold onto it and swing. There is a slight issue of the knot at the end reducing the strength of the webbing. However, even with a 50% decrease in strength, the line should still theoretically hold. To recap this video, by propelling 600-pound test webbing to an overhead structure with a compression spring, attaching to that structure with a grappling hook, and holding onto the line with the polycarbonate rod halves, I'll hopefully be able to swing just like Spider-Man. The materials for this project have been ordered and are on their way, and I can't wait to see how this works. Aside from web shooters, we have some more very exciting projects in the making, so keep an eye out for those as well.